a longtime backup of mine, not like 3 years, Graham Harrell, former Texas Tech Red Raider, now the USC offensive coordinator, probably a future Division I head coach.
Congrats, Graham.
Love Graham. Had some really fun moments with him and Matt Flynn. Is one of my greatest quarterback rooms. Those guys are amazing. But Graham was a humongous WWF, WWE fan.
Let's go, Graham.
And he would watch it all. I mean, he would, every Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and everything that he could watch, he would watch. And a longtime fan. So we're in Carolina playing the Panthers. And I'm at dinner with a buddy of mine who from the Coast Guard who's stationed out there. And he's at dinner with Flynn. Randomly, we're just all at the same restaurant. And our old coach, Kevin Green, who, if you know Kevin Green, wild man, former Pittsburgh Steeler, former Carolina Panther, former WCW wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
And just a beauty of a human. He's having dinner at the same time with Ric Flair. So they're at one table. Flynn and Graham are at another table, and I'm at a third table. Just randomly, we're all there. Graham starts blowing my phone up. You have to introduce, take me over to the table. Take me to the table. And I'm like, just go over there. Kev, KG, just go walk over there and talk to him, right? And he's like, I can't. I need you got to go with me. He's literally texting me, the entire dinner. I'm like, all right. I was like, okay, finishing up here, 5 minutes, we'll go over the table. So he's like eyeing me, like at the other table. I'm like, what is this guy? Just leave me alone. What's wrong with you? So finally, I'm like, okay, I'll take him over there. So we walk over the table. KG sees us. Hey, brother, what's up? You got to meet my good friend, Ric Flair. And I was like, hey, really nice to meet you. Been a fan. But this guy right here is a huge fan. I introduced Graham. And Graham clammed up like I've never seen anybody clam up.
Oh, can't happen. Can't happen, Graham.
I'm talking about paralyzed. He couldn't get a word out. There's one of those situations where, it's like you try to set your buddy up with a good-looking girl and you introduce him, and you have to do all the talking between them because he just can't get a word out. That's how it was. I'm literally he freezes, can't even shake his hand. And I'm like, Graham's, he's been a huge fan forever. He watches it, and I'm like, and then Graham, nothing. And Rick's he's being very gracious, oh, that's great, it's great to meet you guys, and but and then stops. I'm like, yeah, Graham's, he kind of gets me going. He tells me what's going on every week, and we watch some of your old fights, and it's.
You're just prodding Graham.
I'm literally telling him everything he's feeling. And he can't get a word out.
Oh, man.
But then afterwards, he's like, oh, that was the greatest thing ever. I said, what just happened to you? How did you just go mute?
Hey.
This is the greatest moment of your life, according to you, and you can't even get a word out?
Earlier, we had a call from a man who had a moment down in Charlotte where he was eating dinner with Kevin Green, former WCW superstar, and you and Graham Harrell had to go over there because Graham Harrell was begging you to introduce. You have a conversation with Ric Flair. Graham Harrell doesn't say a single damn word. Ric Flair is on. Rick, do you remember that night? And thanks for joining us, the greatest of all time.
He's on your computer right there. You have to cue him in.
We had him call into the...
We had to call him, yeah. Our phone line was acting up.
Oh, jeez. Rick, are you there, pal?
Yeah, are you talking about me or Aaron?
You. Did Grant... Sorry, we had to figure this out tech-wise. Thank you for making this happen. Do you remember this night? Do you remember this night down in Charlotte?
Of course. I was with Kevin Green, and I asked Kevin, I said, I got to meet Aaron Rodgers, the man.
So he wanted to meet you, actually, Aaron. I don't know if you know that. Rick, what are you doing right now? Are you traveling right now?
I've just taken my steps on order to buy a new, what'd you buy, a Tesla?
Oh! Dealing! Hey, we appreciate...
I'm taking it in to pick up the car I bought, and I wasn't sure what it was.
I didn't hear what it was, but goddamn, that was Ric Flair. Hey, that was awesome. Aaron Rodgers Tuesday with Ric Flair. Not a bad day. Hey, so he was telling Kevin Green the entire time. He was texting Kevin Green underneath, you have to go introduce me to Aaron Rodgers. That just feel pretty cool. I'll never experience that. Good for you, man. That's pretty awesome. Wow. Yeah. Awesome. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
And I think you might remember this. AJ would remember this. I believe it was in Carolina Age. You got to help me with this. But I feel like there was a huge intro in Carolina on the Jumbotron with Rick just going, woo, 20 times.
Yeah. I think he did that for the Tennessee Titans. He did that for the Carolina Panthers. I think he did it for another team too throughout my career.
It wasn't just loyalty to Carolina Panthers.
Well, when he did the Carolina one, I think he did like "This is home," you know, like an entire thing. But when I saw him at the Titans one, it was very similar, and I was like, "Wait a minute, Nashville, Charlotte."